Welcome to WholesaleItalianFood.com. My name is Thomas DeLuca, and today we're going to be making my family's traditional style marinara sauce. We start our marinara sauce with some Geneseo extra virgin olive oil. We get that into a heated pan. Just about enough to coat the bottom of the pot. I'm going to come here while that's heating. Got my fresh garlic. Never ever can use too much garlic. Once the garlic's all peeled, we'll chop it up nice and fine. And we'll just run our knife over the top back and forth a few times. And that's about it there. Come back here, check on my oil. It's about ready to go. Gonna take my garlic, add it right into the oil there. Oh yeah. Now we're gonna add the San Marzano tomatoes. Slow, you don't wanna splash it too much. There we go. Now the San Marzanos come as whole tomatoes, so we're going to mash them up a little bit here. Kind of get a nice even consistency throughout. Once we get that nice and even, we're going to go ahead and start on our herbs. Got a little fresh Italian parsley here. Let's move the rest of this garlic out of the way. With the Italian parsley, you want to take the leaves right off the stems. You want to use the least amount of stem possible. They tend to be kind of bitter, chewy. They don't really break down that well in the sauce, so we're going to use just the leaves. And according to my mother and grandmother, the more parsley, the merrier. So I'm going to go with that. Alright, that's about enough right there. We want to have a pretty good amount. About one big fistful, and we're going to chop this up just about the same way. That's about good enough there. And then right in it goes. We're going to come back here for the basil. Beautiful. Love basil. Now with the basil, we're not going to use as much as we did with the parsley. You know, maybe for 1 can of the San Marzano tomatoes, maybe we'll use about 15 basil leaves, give or take. All precise measurements in my family. Right about like that. That looks good. And the basil we're going to chop up. Now keep in mind there is some basil already in the San Marzano tomatoes. But basil is another one of those ingredients that you can really never have too much of. And then in it goes, right on top there. I'm going to stir it up just a little bit here, mix all our herbs throughout. Oh, smells fantastic. Now once we have that done, this is going to cook for quite a while. It's probably going to cook for about a good 2.5, maybe 3 hours total cooking time. It's going to cook down significantly, so what we're going to do, we're going to get our empty can, fill it up maybe a little bit less than halfway with water. Get all that residual tomato out of there. And in she goes. A little bit less than that, maybe about 1/3 of a can. Stir that in nice. Last thing we're going to do here, get a little bit of fresh cracked pepper. A little bit of salt. Not a lot. Just a couple little pinches of salt there. Give it one last good mix. And we're going to keep it cooking low and slow, right around medium heat, again for about 2.5 to 3 hours. I like to cover it up most of the way, don't want to cover it all the way. And that's it, we're going to forget about it for a couple hours and we'll come back and try it a little bit later on. Alright, our marinara sauce is completely finished. Beautiful, it's thickened up real nice. Smell that, it's amazing. I'm going to try that real quick. Perfect. And the thing about a good marinara sauce is that it's really a staple in Italian cooking. You'd be amazed how many different dishes it's the base for. I mean, you can use it for just about anything, from pasta to chicken, pork chops, anything you can ever imagine. Add meat, make a meat sauce out of it, some meatballs and sausages, it's going to be fantastic. That's it. A simple marinara sauce, it's good for just about anything.